We are live.
Oh, we are live. Okay.
Yeah, we are live.
Fiddling with my phone there.
Whoa, what are you fulfilling?
Hey, with the phone, sir. Phone.
All right. I'm Mark Gorman.
And I am Lewis Green. And welcome to another amazing episode of Common Ground, the podcast.
There you go. So I think, we're not taking things serious right now for this because we just wanted to see how the live feature works.
Yeah, this is our first time. So, be nice, people, for the one person or minus two people that are watching.
Or for us when we watch later.
Exactly.
Now let me just kind of pull up YouTube over here. So I wanted to talk to you, Lewis, about the setup in the room as well.
Yes.
I probably need to put myself over there because I noticed while we're talking, I'm like looking over there to change.
That makes sense. Yeah.
I need to be able to like pretend, not pretend, but like I'm looking at the camera, but at the same time I can see what I'm doing.
So are you saying we're going to do this right now live on the feed?
No. But just going forward.
Okay, that makes sense.
I'll rearrange it.
Okay.
Let's look at our channel. And yeah, we're live.
We are live. So how does it look so far?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out because I want to be able to look at. Yeah, we're live.
And wow, I see that, and I heard the feedback. That's pretty cool.
There we go. All right. Moderation helps everyone feel safe. Close. Okay, great. Hey. We have somebody in the chat room.
No way.
Yes.
We have someone already?
Yes, we do.
Who is the special guest that we have today?
I don't know if you want me to say her name out loud, but she belongs.
Wow. Is that really where we're going? Is that a live remark there about lotion? I thought my arms weren't showing. It's okay. Look, I've learned that the future of this podcast will require me to have endorsements with like Jergens and other lotions and shea butter.
So we'll like we were saying, we wanted to test out the live feature, see what happens.
Yes.
We might leave the video up. I want to see if we can do editing on it after the fact, after it's been posted, because obviously we weren't really prepared to go live.
Yeah. Well, hey, we're here, man. We might as well see how this goes.
Yeah, so I think we just finished our first video of 2024.
Yes.
I feel good. We're going to edit it up. Hopefully, get it posted. If not today, within the next few days, just depending on my schedule. And then I kind of let you talk about, and you can bring it in here about our plans for 2024 with the podcast.
Okay, so now that we're live, we can kind of expound on what you'll see with the other episode. Our plans for 2024 is just to be more consistent, to actually pump out a lot of content with myself, Mark, Shrey, Derek, and Drew, and just really not necessarily push the envelope, but just actually have goals to achieve that are actually very achievable and attainable. And that includes just, again, more content. Interviews. We have interviews lined up with a lot of unique people, not just your typical, this person is a political figure or this person is a musician. But we have like fathers, genuine fathers that just want to, come on the show and be interviewed about what their views are when it comes to fatherhood. Law enforcement. I've been very blessed to have a lot of guys in the law enforcement field just want to talk about the disconnect between law enforcement and and the people. So it's very exciting to see the outpour we have so far about what we can do and just what the podcast can bring.
No, I'm excited, and we met with Shrey and Drew the other day, and we'll get back with Derek when
he's feeling better. Yeah, kind of under the weather at the moment. So shout out to Derek. Hope you feel better, bro.
But definitely, I feel confident that we have a game plan.
Yes.
And like I was mentioning in our meeting, the baby steps. Let's kind of meet these small, manageable goals as we build the podcast up.
Of course.
And I think we have some really big ideas that we want to get to.
Yeah, and the scary, not scary, but the fun part about it, they are like achievable. And like I said, the fact that just with the small scale of people that know about what we're doing right now, once we actually get good quality content out there and we continue to be consistent, today's word of the day is consistent. Once we do that, it's going to just have everything organically grow, with the people that's watching, different social media platforms, etc.
Yeah. You shared a video, and do you want to just go ahead and take a look at it?
Let's go for it, yeah. Right. We're live and in color.
We're live.
Live.
So, just kind of work with me here because this is all new. We didn't really.
So
sort it out.
yeah, we kind of freestyled this one.
Hold on. I think I got it here. Hold on. All right. I just got to get this video lined up.
Okay.
And like you said, we're freestyling a little bit today.
So you want me to expound on it before you show it?
Yeah, just real quick.
Okay. So real quick, it's just, we want to try some different things with the show where, it's a video that someone requests in the group to see, and then we just kind of react on it. And I saw this video. It's really cool, so I wanted to show Gorman, and let's just talk about it after.
Okay. So hopefully the audio comes through well, and if not, we'll try again.
Yes, sir.
Service.
Brother.
Yeah. You good? Hey, thank you for your service. So I was doing this driveway right here, and the neighbor right here needed his driveway done also. I told him, I said, listen, he said he ain't had the money till the 1st or the 3rd. So I said, don't worry about it. I'll trust you. He's ex-Marine. We shook on a handshake, didn't we?
Yes,
And he came back out of nowhere. He said, listen, for a token of you trusting me and appreciating, trusting me, he gave me $50 just for trusting him. So in return, I'ma just say that the driveway's paid for. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
You come back a second.
I'm not gonna come back. I'm not coming back. Thank you for your service.
Brother.
Yeah. You good? Hey, thank you for your service.
Don't put me crying.
No, don't let. I'm not.
So I don't know if you catch the end there, but the older gentleman said, "Don't put me on there crying."
Okay.
And when you first showed me the video, I was kind of like, "Oh man, that's kind of sweet. That's wholesome," and I appreciate it a lot.
I gotta say it because I know other people say it too. He does it like an awesome twin of Hulk Hogan.
Yeah,
but other than that,
long lost.
the controversion. You know what I'm saying? No, but honestly, I really wanted Mark to see that because it brings up the question. As men, it used to be something of a genuine handshake. Your word was your bond. Mm-hmm. I know for not really our generation, but our grandfathers, I remember the stories of it used to be, hey, when I owe someone something, we shook on it and we took care of it the next week, or
right.
If there's something that needed to be done, our word was our bond, especially if like you said, military, the fact that if you were a Marine or you served our country, that validity itself just has so much weight to most men to where you just took care of each other. So I guess my question is is that relevant in today's society now? And if it's not, how can we as men that actually appreciate that not necessarily bring it back, but show that there is validity in that your word is your bond, or I trust the fact that you're going to do what you say you're going to do.
No, I think integrity goes a long way, right? And I think like in this situation, the gentleman recording that did the work doesn't benefit directly from what he just did. Mm-hmm. Now, there could be something said about recording it and posting it on the internet. I get that. Okay, fine, whatever. But it's a friendly reminder to other people like, hey, I probably need to act better. But there's a moral, maybe even religious implication of being a better person. Yeah. And being the example, right? Turning the other cheek, leading the way. Yeah. Trying to show a good example, especially being a father, and you definitely can relate. Yeah. You want to show your kids this is how you should act. Another video, and I won't try and pull it up in the middle of this, but I watched the clip of the Gordon Ramsay show, like the Top Chef or whatever, and there was a contestant that needed butter, and she turned around to another contestant that refused to give her the butter because it's a competition. They're playing for money.
No, you're right. Yeah.
So don't give her something she needs to finish the task.
That's going to help her benefit, yeah.
And without missing a beat, there's a gentleman on there, turned around and said, here's a stick of butter, right? And then the camera pans to him. He's like, look, if I'm going to lose this because she had butter, then maybe I shouldn't be here anyway because I'm not a good chef.
That's good.
And then he said, besides, I need to look at myself in the mirror when I wake up. And basically implying I need to be a better person and be the person that I want to lead by. He ended up winning the entire show, apparently. So
right there, see
that right integrity. There. So you do things, not maybe for the immediate award, but things come back to you, right? Yeah. If you put out positive energy and you do good things, it comes back to you.
Brother, I am a firm believer of that because a great example is funny that we're talking about this. either this week or last week, we were somewhere, me and my middle child, and I saw someone that was in need, and they were asking for change. So I had a couple bucks on me, and I gave it to them, and it was no problem. And I thought nothing of it because that's just who I am, and I've been, brought up that way. And I guess it was not necessarily her first time, but she hasn't seen that as far as with me. So she was so quick, like, Daddy, why'd you give him money? I was like, well, because he needed it more than I did, and it was just, a couple bucks, so, why not? But it left an impression on her to where she almost got me in trouble. She wanted to tell her mom. But I told her, I was like, well, hey, honey, you can tell mom if you want to, but it's not about getting credit for that. It's more of just, if there's a need for something, and, you want to be impactful when you can. And I was just very grateful that she, really liked that. Not liked it as far as me doing it, but it left an impression on her.
Right.
And, we all can do better. And I get it. We live in a world where some people want to take advantage. I mean, we've all seen those videos of certain people that literally have scams of being homeless, and they make six figures. But that's not everybody.
It's tough. The homeless one, and my wife would laugh, I guess, would be the reaction. Yeah. So I had a couple of experiences, two that stick out in my mind, and I'll never forget them. And it kind of drove me from being more negative towards homeless people. Thankfully, I've come back from that. But one time I was at a gas station, and this guy outside the gas station was like, hey, I'm really hungry. I don't have any money. I was like, great, let's go in here. And I bought him bread, meat, and cheese.
Ooh, sandwiches all week, yeah.
He's got at least a good week of sandwiches.
Yeah,
right?
solid.
And I'm like, okay, cool. And he comes in, and I give it to him. I get in my car, I look up, and he walks right back into the store. So to get the money and return the items.
Oh.
So I'm like, you mother effer. So, okay, hey, one off,
Yeah.
Fool me once, shame on me, whatever.
No, yeah, but you're right, not to cut you off, but it's like, as hard as that was for you, it's almost like you have to battle yourself to know that not every homeless person or someone who's going through it.
Until my second experience.
Oh, no.
So I went to the grocery store, and this was around the same time. I'm, within a year or so. And I'm in the grocery store, and this guy comes up, and he's like, hey, look, we're living in this motel with my family and kids, and, struggling and no food, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, well, hey, look, I don't feel comfortable giving you money. I said that, right? And that's my right.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
It's a safety aspect. It's what, not that it matters. It shouldn't matter to me what he does with the money, but at the end of the day, it's my money.
Of course.
So anyway, I'm like, let's go shopping together, and I'll buy you. And I was willing to spend like $50 on groceries, right?
Heck yeah.
So I say, well, let's go over here. So we go to the noodle section. I'm about to buy him like 100 packs of ramen noodles,
yeah,
right?
Old-fashioned ramen, beef and chicken.
And he's like, oh, well, my kids won't like this. I'm like, okay, well, let's go to the sandwich aisle and start buying you some bread.
Meat, cheese, and bread.
Right. He's like, well, and then he starts reaching for condiments. Like, well, can we get this? And he was grabbing like caviar or like mussels, like these really
expensive items.
Right. And I looked, and I'm like, oh, so you're just going to return them. Okay. Well, I tried helping you. Have a good day. And I walked away. I was and then like that just like tucked me down a spiral, like, so like, there's been times, and we live near Atlanta, and I'm getting off the expressway, and my wife was behind me in the car at the time we were dating, and she saw the homeless guy walking straight, like beeline to my car, right? And then I'm like, I'm not helping you. I have nothing to help you. Don't bother me.
I'm not having it, man.
Get away from me. Leave me alone. And then I look out. I'm like, I'm not effing helping you. Like, leave me alone. Like. So I've come back from that. That was kind of my low point.
Yeah.
And so my wife, God bless her soul, she keeps stuff in her car, like toothbrush, toothpaste, socks, blankets, things, crackers, things she can hand out, like randomly as she sees people.
In those moments, yeah.
Which I think is a good inspiration. I think that's a smart move.
But see, the beauty of having that mindset, it doesn't always have to be in those scenarios with someone that's in need as far as homeless. I know for our church we have this amazing ministry called 12 Baskets, where like weekly, dang near weekly or every other week, they have just this supply of food that they give away, that we give away to families and those that are in need. So it's like, if you feel like you don't want to go through the notion of someone that's not going to be appreciative of what you're trying to do, just serving in something like that, or trying other avenues where you can physically see that is helping somebody, a family, or that person, sometimes that's another path to go to.
Right.
That way you don't feel like you're burdened of, man, every time I do it, I just get, the short hand of the stick kind of scenario.
Right. So I think, I like the live feature.
Yes.
I think as we build our audience, it will definitely come into play.
Yeah.
We created a video earlier today. Like I said, it's about being fathers and New Year's and what we want to do to be better at, for our kids. So definitely worth checking out once we post it. Make sure you subscribe and like, and I think we'll wrap it up unless you have anything you want to add.
Just, continue to support us. I know that this is still the soft opening of what we're doing, but the goal definitely for this year is just to pump out more content and get more people to like, follow, subscribe, subscribe. And honestly, we are very excited because, like Gorman and I spoke about earlier, we have so many people, men, just musicians, etc. So just so many different people from different platforms that want to be interviewed, and on top of that, have great content, great episodes. So just, we're on fire and we're ready to go.
Perfect. Yep. All right. Take care, guys. And
Take
make
care,
sure you,
guys. Thank you.
Join us next time.